Hey guys, and welcome to this week's edition of Charged Up News, a quick roundup of EV stories from around the globe. Today's show includes the launch of Audi's first production car, Volkswagen's cargo version of the ID Buzz, an electric trike replacement for the classic Aussie Postie Bike, and the destruction of perfectly good Tesla Model 3s. But first up on the show is this concept vehicle from Peugeot, the E-Legend, which just looks awesome. I'm a big fan of using classic cars for inspiration, like the new Ford Mustang, Dodge Challenger, the new Mini, and even the Tit 500s. The E-Legend takes a lot of its styling cues from Peugeot's own 70s coupes, but combines that look with the classic American muscle car. The concept features 4 driving modes, 2 autonomous and 2 manual. With a retracted steering wheel, the autonomous modes feature either a fully connected interior environment, which could match any workplace, to a relaxed cabin more like your living room. The manual modes would be one for relaxed cruising and the other for a fully immersed driving experience. Launched this week and claiming a range of 400 kilometres, the E-Tron is Audi's first production electric SUV. It features 2 motors and 4-wheel drive to maintain their Quattro heritage, a 0 to 100 time in around 6 seconds, plus a boost button to push the power up to 300 kilowatts. Their newly developed regen braking system can be responsible for up to 30% of the range, as anything up to 0.3 G of deceleration doesn't employ the mechanical braking system and is just recharging the batteries. According to Audi, this is the case for over 90% of your driving. I was just hoping that Audi's first production model would be a little more exciting. The R8 e-tron concept has been kicking around for nearly 10 years now, and I was hoping my excitement for that model would be realised in their production cars. But if you're after a sensible, reliable, everyday SUV, then this could be perfect. So what does $1 billion buy you? Well, Lucid Motors has just announced that it has entered a $1 billion agreement with the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. Lucid plans to use the funding for engineering development, testing and construction of its factory in Arizona, and their push to present cars to the world market. Reports since the initial prototype that was shown in 2017 have been a little sporadic, with the occasional teaser video, but recently there has definitely been more progress made public. The specs have always been impressive, with a potential 640k range, under 3 seconds 0 to 100 times, and a huge top speed. And perhaps, with this huge new investment, Tesla might actually have a legitimate competitor from a purely electric manufacturer. Volkswagen has revealed their new chassis and modular drive system, which will underpin their upcoming range of electric cars known as the ID family, which includes the ID Cross, the modern combi, the ID Buzz, and with a range of between 330 and 550 kilometres, the battery pack will be scalable to match the ID model chosen, and a fast charging system will make it possible to go from 0 to 80% within 30 minutes. Because of Volkswagen's ownership of Audi, Seat and Skoda, this chassis and drive system will make its way into literally millions of vehicles. Volkswagen say that the ID will be available in 2020 and will cost about the same as a Golf diesel, while the ID Buzz will be released in 2022. Personally, I can't wait for the ID Buzz to come out, because I've been wishing for a van like this for the past 10 years. Speaking of vans, Volkswagen has presented their vision of sustainable mobility at the IAA Commercial Vehicles Fair, including a mid-drive, 3-wheel cargo e-bike capable of carrying 210 kilograms, the e-Caddy and e-Transporter, which are projected to arrive in early 2019, with the choice of either a 200 or 400 kilometre range, the ID Buzz cargo concept van, and the Crafter high motion concept van, powered by a hydrogen fuel cell with a potential of up to 500 kilometres. We are definitely living in an interesting time, with so many established players in the auto market being challenged by highly motivated startups. Will experience win out, or will the new players on the field without any ties to the fossil fuel industry end up taking the lead? In local news, Australia Post has continued their push towards reducing their greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by 2020, with the adoption of many electric vehicles into their fleet. Many Postie Bikes have been replaced by push and e-bikes. A series of electric vehicle trials have been conducted in association with Renault, but most recently, after a successful trial period, these three-wheeled electric delivery vehicles made by Kyberts will soon be a regular feature on our streets. The three wheels will have a top speed of 45 km per hour, a load capacity of up to 200 kilograms, with a projected range of up to 9 hours ride time. The only negative I can see is that you just won't hear that distinctive Postie Bike sound to let you know your mail's actually come. I guess they could just add a couple of speakers. For those of you waiting for your Tesla Model 3s around the world, there's some fantastic news about their crash worthiness. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in the US has awarded Tesla's latest offering a 5-star rating in every category, simulating the collisions of a head-on at 35 miles per hour, a T-bone at 38.5 miles per hour, a crash into a fixed object such as a tree, and the assessment of the potential rollover risk when losing control. The Model S and X already had perfect records, so it was a good bet that this one would as well. Other standard features of the Model 3 worth mentioning are the forward collision warning, lane departure warning, crash imminent braking, and dynamic brake support. As a bonus, it seems you're also quite well protected in the event that a small plane decides to try and land on your bonnet. As a follow-up to last week's story about the new production EV lap record being set at Laguna Seca, apparently at the same track day, Emile Bouret was working with the development engineering team from Tesla. Driving a completely stock P100D Model S Tesla, they set a new record of 1:43.06, which is almost identical to a time set by an Aston Martin V12 Vantage, and a second quicker than the BMW i8. Our last story for this week comes from Bristol in the UK, where the company Vertical Aerospace is hoping to revolutionise the way that we fly. Utilising the skills of experienced aerospace engineers and a team who've worked for companies such as Airbus, Boeing and Rolls-Royce, Vertical Aerospace are hoping that their electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft will provide an on-demand, pollution-free personal transport solution for short intercity air travel. Just hopefully not under the control of your average distracted driver. So thanks for tuning into the show. As always, if you'd like to keep up to date with the latest EV news, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will catch you on the next one.